We're gonna be talking about how to deal and prevent knee pain. A lot of climbers are gonna have some knee pains, and that is because when we're climbing, we're commonly putting that knee way out in front of our foot and putting what's called torque pressure on that knee. So in order to help alleviate some of that pain, we actually need to re-strengthen the surrounding areas. So what's above the knee and what's below the knee. In order to do that, we are gonna simulate pulling something backwards. And when we pull backwards, we wanna go from our toe and roll our foot down to the heel. So we have a band, we have it tied around the rack about waist height. We're gonna put two hands on the band. We're gonna sink those hips back and away like we're in a squat. And then from here, take our big step back, toe first, roll to the heel, toe first and roll to the heel. Now as that band starts to stretch out, we can slowly bring our heel to toe up front, and then all we're doing is walking right back to the other way. All right, moving on to our second movement in order to help our knee pain. We're gonna be performing a knees over toes squat, but we're not gonna be going all the way down to the floor. Our knees are gonna be bumping into something that's just a little bit lower than knee height. In order to do this, it's exactly like it sounds. We are gonna bend at the knees and we're gonna lift our weight off the heels, put it onto the toes, and let our knees go right in line over the toes as far as is comfortable. So we don't wanna go past pain or to pain. We wanna go with what's comfortable for our body. So having something in front of us to help the knees have something to stand against, and then as we push back, driving through the tops of the legs on those quad muscles is really gonna help activate those top muscles that are on top of the knee and re-strengthen it. Moving on to our final progression of our knees over toes squat to help alleviate that knee pain, making sure that on the first two progressions, we're able to go through at least 3 sets of 10 without any pain before we move on to the final step. We're gonna be performing a full range of motion knees over toes squat. In order to do that, it's exactly like it sounds. Again, the knees are gonna be going over the toes, and we're gonna be trying to set our knees on the ground. So as those knees shoot out forward, let them go wherever is comfortable. Our knees tap the floor, and we stand up out of that position, trying to catch our balance at the top. All right, and making sure that we're not letting those knees hit the ground really heavily. We want them to just barely tap the ground. And then when we stand up out of it, we use our arms for some balance and really push through the tops of the legs. Now, if you progress past this, you can always put yourself up onto an elevated platform and do that knees over toes squat even further towards the ground to help build more strength.